Hello everyone, this is Saima at Red Tree Tarot, and today I'd like to talk about the card of the week, which is the Five of Cups. And I think the most interesting thing about the Cup suite in general is that they are telling us what we're feeling at an emotional level. And Five of Cups is one of those cards that does come up for me quite a bit, and I think it just generally talks about unprocessed emotions. And I just wanted to bring it up because it's such a cool card if you're using tarot for self-healing, or you're using tarot to give readings, just to discuss the ramifications and the depths of this card. So I brought out two beautiful, decks for us to look at. A Five of Cups in two decks. One is the traditional Rider Waite deck, where we've got this woman cloaked in black. I assume it's a woman. It could be a man. Somebody is standing there, and black covers up the body, and the body is where our emotions are really stored. So this person is kind of covering it up, hiding their feelings. And we can see by the bent head that they are reflecting on something. Perhaps they're thinking something that is making them sad. We can see that there's some gray hair, and gray hair kind of signifies wisdom. And this is the traditional card for grief. And so, grief actually opens the heart for gratitude at a spiritual level. So, when we look at this card, we see that, they are processing something that is, difficult. We see that in front of them, there are three cups that have spilled down, and there are two cups behind them, but they are still looking at these three things that they have lost. In front of them, there's a stream and there are buildings. And so, right away, the feeling one gets is disconnection. This person is disconnected from something. Water, as well, is a symbol of emotions, of processing, of feelings, and it's also something that we bathe with. So we let go, we refresh, we cleanse ourselves with water. And so this is a flowing stream. So it seems that whatever's happening is going to flow through the their life. It's not static. They're not stuck there. Okay. Hang on 1 second. Okay. All right. So, so this is the card that I wanted to bring up in, Rider Waite, the traditional Rider Waite, and then we have. This is from the Book of Shadows, Volume 2, which is, the images are all about, regular life and regular people. Here, let me bring it up a little bit closer so you can see that she's lying down on that couch. Her hand is supporting her head, and there's a sense of despondency and grief. So, when we're in a Five of Cups emotional state, we may be spending a lot of time alone, reminiscing and ruminating about something that we've lost. So, that's the energy of the Five of Cups. I also want to draw your attention to this particular situation where this person is gazing at the three cups. A five itself is such an interesting number. It can't split evenly. There is a disbalance in the number. That itself tells us that there is a decision somewhere in five. Am I with the two or am I with the three? Am I here or am I there? And that kind of runs through the entire suite of five. And this three over here, you know, implies that something has been lost and it's of an emotional nature. something that was actually filling their cup, that was making them happy. They've lost that. And so, what is it that they are, what they've lost is actually a sense of connection. Emotions are all about a sense of connection, connection to joy, connection to happiness. They've lost something that used to make them happy. They haven't as yet looked at that which they've still got, which is on this, oh, sorry, this side. This side, these two cups are still standing. And when we're in an emotional place, it's very hard to see and notice and derive joy from the stuff that still remains, because there's a part of our body that's still sort of, wanting that other happiness to come back. So tarot readers read this card differently depending on what other cards are there surrounding the spread, the feelings that they pick up from their client, and their empathic connection as well. So I'd like to draw your attention to the 2 and the 3 dichotomy. So when that person who's standing in the 5 of Cups is looking at, where are we? Okay. Let me turn this, glare it down a little bit. Okay, so when this person is standing there, this person, I mean, and there's the 2 of Cups here. So this person is looking at the 3 of Cups that they have lost. And the 3 of Cups actually shows us more than one person, 3 people, like celebrating. So this 5 of Cups has a depth that we don't usually, hear about in books, or at least we haven't seen that. It's just from my own experience working with these cards that I have realized that the 3 of Cups, this card here, implies a light-hearted playfulness, a social sort of a situation, a celebration, a sense of connection with others like oneself. So the 5 of Cups card is a card of separation. It's a sense of, I'm not like other people are not like me, and there's something in my experience that separates me from other people's experience. It's a sense of loneliness in the 5 of Cups. There is this some sort of a separation there. And then the 2 cups that they are not looking at. They are not looking at those 2 cups. Let me bring those up slightly. They're not, and the two of Cups that they're not looking at, which are kind of at the back here. Okay, they're not looking at the connection that they still have. So there is a sense of disappointment. They were perhaps wanting a deeper connection, a deeper sense of being seen and heard and embraced. And in the 2 of Cups, they are not getting that. In the 5 of Cups, they're not getting that level of joy. They are getting something that's a little less than that celebratory lightheartedness. There is a sense of like separation and something that's diminished, like 2 is less than 3. So 3 of Cups, they were very lighthearted, very playful, having fun, and 2 of Cups, they're sort of a little bit less of that connection. But I don't want to confuse people that the 5 of Cups has a lot to do with the 2 of Cups. I just want to say that there is a sense of connection in the 5 of Cups as well, but it's like a shrinking of their world of connection. So say they were connecting with 10 people and they were like very open and connected with so many people, Now there's a sense of shrinking, like it's just one or two people that they have the courage and the openness of their heart to connect. They're kind of careful about opening up to more people. So Five of Cups is the grief card. It's the card of realizing that our experience is a little bit different from other people and that other people are not understanding our experience. They're not connecting with our experience. We may not feel fully accepted when we're going through a Five of Cups situation. That I'm alone, you know, and that's a deep trauma for human beings to feel alone, to feel different and isolated, and that's really hard stuff. So Five of Cups is a hard, difficult card. It's a self-limiting one because eventually they will move past through it. They will turn around and look at those two cups. We can't rush that process, though sometimes we need to be mindful of that. So let me show you the cards in the Book of Shadows. Book of Shadows has these two kind of, it's nighttime, looks like they're out on a date. So there's a specificity about it rather than just an emotional exchange, which is what Rider Waite talks about. In the Book of Shadows, the artist, the creator has sort of, brought together two people who are actually doing something together. So it's an event, they've gone on a date, and they seem to be enjoying themselves. And the Three of Cups seems to be some kind of ritual going on. So let me show you. So there's a sense of okay, got the right card. Okay, so these three people are looking at something in the sky in their imagination, and there's a fire burning here. They're dancing around. So there's some kind of ritual. There's some kind of connection that goes beyond two people in an extreme, in a very intimate situation. It's actually a different kind of situation. Okay, so Five of Cups definitely seems to be the card of the day. I'm not sure where you are, but definitely the energies in the morning were like that. We are all processing a lot of different things at this time. And so if you've been, grieving, and we're all going through this massive global grief as our way of life has changed completely and continues to change. This is the time to sort of cleanse yourself a little and bring in some of that Two of Cups energy to reach out to those people who do understand you, who have the capacity to accept you with those difficult emotions. Or if it's not a human being, then it could be an animal, it could be a plant, it could be a tree, it could even be our Mimsy, my bunny, or just something that kind of helps you feel heard, helps you feel comforted. Um, I personally love working with rocks. So, if you've been feeling this way and the Five of Cups video and what we've just discussed resonates with you, you are feeling that collective grief, then I do suggest that you work with labradorite. I definitely feel that labradorite is, brings in a sense of abundance. It has a transformational sort of energy. And I recently got my labradorite. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. There we are. Okay, so labradorite, I'm just going to hold up my rock here. I do love it. I love the way that blue is gleaming through this rock. I'm just going to turn it over and show you the other side. But what I absolutely found incredible in this rock, I don't know if you can actually see that, is that all this light beaming out of the rock, and in the corner there, there's this little spot, that's sort of like a window to, like a portal to another world. So it's quite magical. then I do love my labradorite. I love these colors. I love these blues and these teals and greens, and they're very healing. They're very beautiful colors. They're very mermaid colors. So wherever you are, give yourself the opportunity to really nurture and go within, because that's where all um, that sense of connection is also present within us. It's not actually, you know, important or absolutely necessary that we get it from the world around us. Of course, we would love that. We would love to have intimacy, more intimacy in the world around us. But a connection is also possible by connecting within ourselves, to our heart, to our inner being, through these tools, these holistic tools. And if you're interested in learning more about those, then please find me on Holistic Happiness Academy, which is a website, which is kind of in process of going live. But you can also find the page, Holistic Happiness Academy page, and if you're interested, you can join the group, because we'll be talking a lot about holistic mind body tools to help you cope at this time of grief and disconnection, because that can be quite triggering, that can be quite difficult for us to process, and alone especially. So there's a lot available in holistic mind body healing that you can access in your home and just enjoy in the way that you would like to enjoy. So in the meanwhile, I'm just going to leave you with a little. Oh, join me for this brief meditation. Okay, bye now.